Hi guys, welcome to my channel today. I am Closey by name. In case it's your first time coming across my video, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe. On today's video, I will share with you guys on how to make a simple pencil gown shoulder up shoulder with side ruffle and puffy sleeve. So guys, it does sound like something you're interested to know. Definitely keep on watching and let's get into it. You can follow me on Instagram at Style by Kosi. I'm also on TikTok at Style by Kosi. I'm on Facebook at Style by Kosi. So guys, let's get started. So guys, to make this dress you'll be needing at least 4 yards of fabric. So me, I'm using vintage for this and I have 4 yards for this. So let's get started. Right here I went ahead to fold my fabric by 2. So the length I'm working on, the total length I'm working on is 39. So I added extra 1 inch to make it 40. So I'll be marking 40, you get. But I went ahead to remove 15.5 inches from the upper part, you get. That is going to serve as my half length, you get. So go ahead and do yours like that. Remove your half length and mark whatever the length you have, you get. So right here what I'm marking is 15.5 inches. So at this point I didn't notice that my camera wasn't covering everything, so I'm so sorry, you get. So I'll be explaining so you understand what is happening. All right, so after I was done, I'm going to divide my waist circumference by 4. Then I'll add 2 inches for the seam allowance. So after doing that, I'll place my tape from my waistline and I'll mark 9 inches. This is going to serve as my hip line. You get. Just mark 9 inches or 8 inches depending how you are, you get. So I marked mine and I'm going to divide it by 4. So go ahead and divide your hip circumference by 4, you get. So I added extra 2 inches for the seam allowance. So the fabric I'm using is stretching, so that is the type of fabric I'm using. So right here I'll go ahead and mark 11.2 inches. So I removed 1 inches, you get. What I meant is that, after marking my hip circumference and added 2 inches, everything was 12.2 inches. So I went ahead to minus 1 inch from the down part, then I marked just 11.2 inches. So I'll go ahead and cut it off. So I remember at this point, I remembered I didn't measure my second waist. So that is what I'm measuring right now, my second waist, and I'll go ahead and cut it off. So after I was done, this is what I have. Can you see? This is for our front pattern. So right here I folded another fabric by 2. So right now I want to cut out the back pattern, leaving 1 inch for the zip allowance. So go ahead and cut. So guys, after I was done cutting, right here I folded another piece of fabric by 2. So I want to cut out the upper part. So I removed 15.5 inches from my half length. So right now I added extra 1 inch, so I'm marking 16.5 inches, you get. So go ahead and do yours like this. So after marking, I'm going to use my ruler to extend this line. So I'm using a white check for this, and also the wrong side of the fabric is a white background, so that's why my chalk isn't showing. I'm so sorry for that. But right now I divide my shoulder by 2, you get. So I went ahead to divide my shoulder by 2. I came down by 8 inches for my armhole, and right now I'm going to make a curve for my armhole, you get. So make a curve for your armhole. So right here I am going to divide my bust circumference by 4. I will add 2 inches seam allowance and I'll come down by 15.5 inches. So this 15.5 inches from my waistline. So from that point I divided my waistline, sorry, my waist circumference by 4. I marked what I have and I added 2 inches for the seam allowance. There is no dart on this dress. I am not adding any dart for this dress, you get. So what I added is just 2 inches for normal seam allowance. The fabric is stretched, you can go ahead and add 1 inch, you get, for your seam allowance if the fabric is, if you are using a stretchy fabric. So after doing this, I'll go ahead and cut it off. So after I was done cutting, this is what I have. So right now I'm going to fold another piece by 2 like this, you get. Go ahead and fold your fabric by 2. Then right now I'm going to cut out the back piece, you get. So make sure you leave 1 inch for your zipper allowance, just like I did, you get. So right now the next thing to do is to cut it off. So go ahead and cut yours off. So guys, after I was done cutting, right now you know the neckline I'll be making use of is shoulder off shoulder. So after you are done cutting, go ahead and pin down your zipper allowance just like I am doing right now. So go ahead and pin your zipper allowance just like you see me doing. So after pinning, go ahead and make a notch on your zipper area. So right now after I was done, the next thing to do is to place my front piece on my back piece. Then go ahead and mark your 3 inches for your neck wideness. Then after I was done, I am going to open it up like this. So this one is my back pattern. Remember this, the pin I used for the zipper allowance is still there. I did not remove it, you get. So go ahead and open it up like this. So right now I am going to place the front pattern together with the back pattern. Make sure you place it the right side facing each other. I'm taking my time to explain this so well. I don't want to be fast on this particular video so you understand better. So do you see what I'm doing? Make sure you place it the right side facing each other, and it depends on where you want to make your curve, either by the left or the right side, you get. So whichever way you want to make your curve, very fine, but just come down by 5 inches or 4.5 inches. So from this place I made my knot for my neck wideness. From the one side I am going to make a something like a round curve like this. Just go ahead and make this curve, or you make any curve you want as far as shoulder off shoulder. So this is the one I made and this is how I am doing it. So I went ahead to cut this off and I'm going to slant the shoulder like this. So do you see what we have here? So after I was done, this is exactly how it looks like. So right now I am done cutting and I'm going to remove my pin for the back pattern, you see. So right now after doing all of this, the next thing to do is to cut out the facing, you get. So to cut out your facing, you are going to spread your fabric. Do not fold by 2. Do not fold it by 2. Just spread it single like this, you get. So after doing it like this, I am going to place the front piece, you get. Just place it the right side facing each other. Anything you are doing, remember to place the right side facing each other. So sketch out with your chalk like you see me doing, you get. So at this point I didn't know my camera wasn't covering everything, so I'm so sorry about that, you get. So I'm done sketching it out. Then from this point where I stopped at the other edge, I am going to curve it like this. Just take a good look at what I'm doing. You get. Then after I was done, I'm going to repeat this on all the pieces. So go ahead and do the same thing on this other one. So after I was done cutting, this was what I have. Can you see? So I have my facing on all the piece I have, you get. So right here, I will go ahead and pin them in place like this. So go ahead and pin yours, you get. So after pinning all of the facing, I am going to sew all of it with half of an inch on my machine. So I'll go ahead and sew and I'll be right back. So this was what I have after I was done. So as you can see, I sewed with half of an inch and I also made a notch on all the necklines, you get. So I went ahead to fold the facing down part. Can you see what I have? So right here, what I'm going to do is to pin it down. This facing I made, I'm going to pin it. Then after I was done pinning, I'm going to tack it. So go ahead and fix your thread on your needle. So you go ahead and tack it. So when tacking, do not drag much of your piece with your needle when tacking, you get. So that after tacking, you're going to have a neat work on the front, you get. And make sure the thread you used in tacking it is not showing on the front. So this is how we are going to do it. I will leave like 3 inches gap from the shoulder part because of my joining with the shoulder, you get. So go ahead and tack it. Just look at what I'm doing. So guys, I went ahead to tack all the pieces. So this was what I have after I was done. Can you see that there is no thread showing at the front? Just give it a neat work. Have some patience so it will come out very neat, you get. So I'm done making the upper part for now. So I'll go ahead and make the down part. So right here, this is my down part. So this is what I have. So right here, I remove the front part, and what I am going to do now is to place my tape from the waistline, give it half of an inch, you get, then come down by 8 inches. You are going to fix your zipper from that point. So you are going to sew the rest of the space with half of an inch or 1 inch, depending on what you use for your zipper allowance. So right now, this is what I have. As you can see, I hold it with my pin for the zipper area. So after sewing, go ahead and open it up like this. This is the back piece, remember. Then after opening it up, I'm going to also open the front piece of my down part. Then after opening it up like this, I'm going to place it the right side facing each other. So anything you are doing, just place it the right side facing each other as you see me doing. So go ahead and make a nice place, you get, like this. So I want to go ahead and make my curve for our ruffle, you get. So at this point, you're going to decide where you want your ruffles to be, whether by the left or by the side. So this is optional. Choose wherever place you want your ruffle to be. So I'm going to start it from here, you see. So what I'm going to do is to give at least half inch from my waistline, you get. You are going to place your tape half inch away from your waistline, then mark your hip line, which is the 9 inches I marked when we were drafting. So after I was done, you get, after I was done, the next thing I'm going to do is to make a curve from that point to the end of the other fabric, as at the end of the other edge, you get. So my camera, I didn't know it wasn't called. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, you get. So I'm going to be showing you guys. So go ahead and make a slant like this with your ruler or your free hand, you get. Then after I was done, I'll go ahead and cut it out with my scissors. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So at this point, just subscribe to this channel if this is so interesting and you enjoyed my teaching and it's so simple and it was helpful. Just subscribe. Subscription is free. You can appreciate me by subscribing to my channel, you get. So after I was done cutting, I'm going to keep that piece I just cut out aside because we are going to be needing it later. Do not throw it out or keep it anyhow so it won't lose because we're going to be needing it later, you get. So after I was done, the next thing to do is from this point, from the place I left half inch away from my waistline, place your tape and measure what you have. From that place, keep measuring what you have till you get to the edge of the fabric, you get. So go ahead and place it. So after I was done placing mine, I got 36 inches, you get. So right now I want to use it and cut out my ruffle, but before then I am going to first of all join my half length on the down part, you get. So go ahead and do yours like that. I'm going to see what I'm doing. So join your front piece together with your down part, you get. Front, back, the right side facing each other, remember, you get, the right side facing each other. So go ahead and do yours this way. So guys, after I was done, this was what I have because I went ahead to sew it on my machine. So this was what I have. Can you see my joining parts? Can you see? So this is the front side. I went ahead to join it with half of an inch. So right here I am going to join the shoulder part using the 3 inches I left when we are tacking the facing, you get. So go ahead and join your shoulder and cover it up with your faces so you have a very neat work, you get. So this is how I am doing it. I'm going to use my pin to hold it in place. Then after that I'll go ahead and sew and I will be right back. So I went ahead to join the shoulder part and this is what I have. Can you see? This is the front side and this is the back side. Can you see how it looks like? So right here, this is my down part of the dress. So this is it, guys. I'm going to measure from like this, 36 inches. This is what I got after I was done. So I brought my phone and I'll calculate 36 times 2. That is 36 times 2 times what I have. I times it by 2 and I got 72 inches. So if you want it more ruffle, you are going to just plus 18 inches. That is half of the 36 inches. So I got 90 inches. So I'll be making use of this 90 inches. I'll go ahead and cut out 90 inches per length. So this was what I have after I was done cutting it out. So this is for the other side and this for the second side, you get. So what I have here, the wideness is 15 inches, and after that I'm going to go ahead and make a gather stitch on my machine. So guys, after I was done making my gathers, this is what I have. So I'm going to pull out one of the thread and I'm going to gather it like this. Just take a good look at what I'm doing. So make sure you gather it little by little. Do not drag it too much so your thread will not cut. So the video is speed forward, that's why it looks like it's easy. It's not that easy, just take your time. So after this I measure what I have here to know if I got the 36 inches, and I find out that it's not up to 36 inches. So this is 33 inches, so it remains 3 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and redo it so it gives me the 36 inches I have. So if you measured yours and it's not up to what you got, just go ahead and regather it like this, just shift it like small like this, you get. So after gathering, this was what I got, you get. So I have two pieces for this. So right now this is the down part of my dress, so I'm going to start placing it from this edge, so half inch away from the place you joined your waist line, so half inch from that place. But I'm going to first of all fold it, that edge, I'll fold the edge of the piece for my gathers. I'm going to fold it by two because I'm going to sew it later, you get. So go ahead and fold it by two before you start pinning. So pin exactly immediately from the joining part for your waistline. So after I went ahead to repeat this on the back side. Then after pinning, I'll go ahead and sew it half of an inch. So right here I'm done sewing, and this was what I have. So this piece is the piece we cut out. I told you should keep yours because we are going to rejoin it. So right here I want to rejoin it, you get. So this is what you will do from exactly the point you cut out the piece. Go ahead and refix it, you get. Just go ahead and join it, you get. So as you can see, I did not start joining where I made my gathers. Yes, I did not start joining from that part, just from your hip line. So start joining from your hip line, but I'm going to pin it down first because me, I love pinning so much before, so it gives a neat work, you get. So go ahead and do yours like this. Then after doing that, I'll repeat the same thing on the back side. Then after pinning the back side as well, I am going to go ahead and sew it half of an inch. So guys, this was what I have after I was done sewing. Can you see the joining? This is it. This is now our complete length for the dress. So this is what I have here, you get. So right now I will go ahead and arrange it for the shaping. So this is what I am doing right now. So I already went ahead to pin down the bust and the waist side. So right here guys, you should go ahead and insert the ruffle inside your dress. Just pack the ruffle inside your dress and pin it down. Just take a good look at how I am arranging it so you don't make mistakes. Can you see? So like I said earlier, go ahead and pack your ruffle inside, you get. As you can see, I packed mine inside and this is what I have. So I'll go ahead and pin it down like this. At this point guys, if you love what you are watching and if this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, invite your friends to follow this channel, comment and like, and also share. You can appreciate me by doing it like this, you get. So after I was done pinning, the next thing I'll go ahead to do right now is to go ahead and shape it. So you're going to see how I'm going to do that. So right now I'm shaping it. So to shape this dress, you're going to divide all your basic measurements by 2 this time around. So if you're a beginner watching me, go ahead and divide by 2 all your basic measurements. When we are drafting, we divided it by 4. So right now we are dividing it again by 2, you get. Mark whatever you have there, just mark whatever you have there and divide the rest of the dress like this, then the rest of the number, and make your curve, you get. So right now I'm using 2 inches to shape it down, you get. So this is how I am doing it, using 2 inches to shape down. So right here I'm done shaping and this is what I have. Can you see that our dress is looking so beautiful? And this is the ruffle part. This is how it looks like. Everything so gallant. I actually love this dress. Actually, I'm making this for my client. You can go ahead and make this style for yourself. It's been trending for a while now. So after I was done, the next thing to do right now is to make my sleeve. So guys, for the sleeve part, this is what I have here. Can you see? So to make your sleeve as your puffy sleeve, you're going to be needing at least times 3 of your round sleeve measurement, or times 4 of your round sleeve measurement. It depends on how fuller you want your ruffle to be, you get, for your sleeve. So you get, it depends on how puffy you want your sleeve to be. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for the length of my sleeve, I have about 15 inches, you get. Then go ahead and fold the up and the down part of your sleeve. Go ahead and fold it in a way that you can be able to fix in your elastic. So one part is going to be for the gathers, and the down part is going to be for the elastic, and the other one part is going to be for the elastic, both the down and the part. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, it's shoulder off shoulder, you get. So you make gathers on the one going to, on the part going to the shoulder, the one you're going to be fixing on the shoulder. Then you make your elastic on the one you're going to be fixing on the, don't worry, you're going to understand what I'm saying. So can you see what I have here? This particular part that I'm fixing my elastic is for the off shoulder part. As you can see, I folded it in a way that the elastic can enter very well. So this was what I have after I was done. So this is my gather for the shoulder, and the down part is elastic. So this other one is for the the off shoulder part, you get. Do you understand what I'm saying? So right now, this is the shoulder part. What I'm going to do now is to place my tape to measure what I have, you get. So I have like 8 inches. So I am going to make sure that the gather is up to 8 inches. If it's not up to 8 inches, shift it a little more bit so it will be up to 8 inches, you get. Or if you're making it for a bigger person, a plus size, anything you have, just if it's not up to what you have on your sleeve for the gather, go ahead and adjust, you get. So this is what I have. So I am going to go ahead and pin it down like this. So I'm done with the shoulder sleeves. So right now is for the off shoulder sleeve, you get, for the off shoulder sleeve. So I measure what I have there, and I have 2.5 inches, you get. That is 2.5, you get. So right now this is the down, the upper side and the downside, you get. So I'm going to go ahead and measure 2.5 inches. So I'm going to measure it, then if sewing, I'm going to sew it like the way I placed my hand on it, you get. So go ahead and pin it up first of all, then use half of an inch to sew the both sleeve. Do you understand what I'm saying? So give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel, please subscribe, you get. So guys, right now I'm done fixing, and this is what I have. Can you see how my sleeve is? It's looking so fine. So I'm done fixing for the both hand. So this is our ruffle part, our side ruffle part. As you can see, just go ahead and try this style, go ahead and try this dress. You need to see it on my clients. It's so beautiful and nice. So guys, this is all for the dress, you get. So right now, you know, sometimes mannequin don't give justice to a dress, but I keep managing now. So this is the mannequin. I went ahead to put it on my mannequin. So guys, this will be the end of today's video. Subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.